Take two. And we are live again. So, I done this just a second ago and somehow I messed up and backed out of it. Not real sure what happened. Um, but we are going to do a live. I wanted to do it a couple of days ago. But nobody really seemed interested at the time. That's totally okay. But I'm going to do this video now. If anybody comes on the live, that'll be great. If not, then I will post it to my YouTube channel for later, because I'm sure there are plenty of people out there in the world who would love to know a little more information about this topic. So, I got a little double chin thing happening because of the angle of the camera. Don't laugh too hard. I am working on getting a tripod in so that I can lift the camera. I have one, but it's not the best. It's short, and it doesn't tend to give me what I want to, or the angle and the view that I want to. So, I have a new one that I am looking at ordering that will hold my phone, and then I'll be able to have it elevated to where you guys are more at eye level and not me looking down, because you guys are kind of sitting at the base of my computer screen. So, today I am going to talk about attracting people to your Facebook page, getting views to your Facebook page. All of these things, driving the traffic in that direction, is what, if you link back properly to your Etsy page, your wherever it is that you're wanting to sell from, then you're going to be able to get the sales as long as you're linking them to your Facebook page. So, there are several different ways that you can do this, and I noticed in 2020 that Facebook made it just a little bit easier for entrepreneurs with Facebook business pages. Several years back, they wanted us all to convert over to these business pages and stop selling from our profiles. This was before Marketplace was even a thing. And when they did, it became extremely difficult for sellers to be able to find and utilize their audiences, because it was incredibly hard to get that reach in front of people. Then they made it incredibly easy, and everything that you seen in your newsfeed was from a business that you had followed, and that got annoying, so they took that away and made it to where if you paid to play, Facebook became a pay to play. If you advertised through them, then you would get views and you would get the things that you wanted that way, but only if you knew how. So in 2020, after they had their Senate hearings and things like that, I knew that there would be a lot of changes, because they had made it impossible for people to get views without paying to play. And Congress and the Senate didn't love that too much. So I knew when they had the interviews and went through the process that there would be some changes, and there were, and it has been for the better. So there are several things now that you can utilize to be able to forward people to your business page and attract customers in a new way than what we've ever used or done before. Some of the things that I'm going to tell you today are traditional things. They are things that I've used from the beginning of using a Facebook page. They still work. They work well for me. And then some of them are going to be newer tools that Facebook introduced in the last year that have really made it a lot easier for people to be able to find you. So, grab a pen and paper, get your favorite drink. I got my caffeine. You're going to want to take notes, or you're going to be able to watch want to watch the replay later to take notes. Getting views to your Facebook page and attracting customers to your Facebook page is a lot easier than it has ever been. One of the things that I've always used to share from my page, to attract people to my Facebook page, is sharing from the page. That is something that is very important, because when you share from the page, the insights on your page actually gives you the information as to how many people have seen it. And if you dig deep enough into your insights, which I'm going to do a whole different live on that one day, if you dig into that information, it will actually break down your target market for you. It will tell you the main number of people in a certain age range that are looking at your products. whether they're male or female that are looking at your products, what type of other items they're looking at while they're looking at items like yours. So those will give you your target market right on the spot. And it will also give you the information as to what time is best for your specific page to be able to post. So a lot of people say, oh, you need to post between this and this time. Not true. Every business and every audience has a time in which they are on the most. So if you look at the insight for your own page, it will tell you what time of day and what day your audience is online on Facebook the most. That is the time of day in which you want to post, because the people who already like your page, more of them will see it when you post during those hours. You want to post during those hours, have those people see it, get them to comment so that it expands into more people's Facebook page. So sharing from your page, say you made this really super cute item and you want to share it with the world. You share it from your business page, put it on your business page first, then you share from that post from the page to your personal page, into groups, wherever it is that you're wanting to post, and that gives you the insight and analytics into that information. That is one of my first tools that I've always used. Next, we're going to move over to tagging the page in posts. So say you make a post on your personal page about this new cute thing that you're doing. Maybe you post a picture of it. When you make that post, tag your business page in it saying, hey, it's going to be available over here in this space, because you don't want people coming into your personal inbox, into your personal bubble to message you about product, because you don't want to be chasing down messages trying to get orders from Facebook Messenger personal, Facebook Message for business, then anywhere else that you're collecting them also. Just a tip. So when you tag your business page from your personal page, that gives your page an extra little bump. Every time I do that, I always manage to get an extra like or two somewhere along the lines. So the next thing I need to mark off my list, what I've already talked about. Okay. The next thing that you're going to want to do is anytime that you send a product out, send an item out, you're going to want to tag your business page or ask your customer when they receive the item to tag your business page. If your customer tags your business page, that exposes your business to their entire circle of friends. Every person on their page will be able to see the post that they tagged you in. That is exposing you to their entire circle in a single post. So that is something that is truly helpful. It lets their friends know that they value the item that they got from you, and it lets them know where they can get something similar to it, or they can come and request a custom item like it. So you also want to make sure, I don't have one of my bags in here, but my business name is clearly marked on everything anybody gets from me. And that is because of brand recognition. Putting that Facebook name on all of my items and seeing it over and over again, people will know to correlate that little butterfly image to ILM Boutique. And that's something that you want in your business in order for people to be able to refer you to somebody. Say Susie's standing at the market with her best friend Mary, and they're talking about the amazing new product that she just got from you. She's going to tell her to go check out your Facebook page, right? Well, when she does, she's going to go to pull it up. And what if, for instance, there's another company with the same name as you? Susie's going to remember that your brand logo looks like this. So she's going to be able to say, hey, this is Karen's page because this is what her picture looks like. So there's her page to like it. Okay, putting your business logo and your information on all of your business material makes that attract more people in your direction. One of the next things that I want to talk about real quick is Facebook Marketplace. Marketplace is a great place to sell your items, and it is also a great place to bring recognition to your brand in your Facebook business page. One of the things that I like to do in every listing that I post, and I make a lot of listings, is there is a section where it says brand. What brand of item is this? Here recently, they've changed that menu to where it's actually a drop down and you can type in the name and it may pop up. If it doesn't pop up, you can leave that name there and it will say, hey, ILM Boutique is the brand that makes this item. Now, if your name pops up, it will actually link back to your page. So all they have to do is click on that name and it will take them directly to your business page. Now, the thing with that is, with Marketplace, you need to be constantly renewing the listing on a regular basis. Every few days, it's dropped so far down in the listings that Facebook doesn't really show it to anybody anymore. So, personally for me, if it's something that hasn't sold, I will repost it every 3 to 4 days. This helps to keep that item bumped up in the Marketplace listings. This helps to keep my brand recognition bumped up in the Marketplace. And this attracts more people to be able to see my page. Last year, I'd done this every week, and it brought 100 new people to my page. Just doing that alone. I ran a lot of data and statistics information last year to check and see what would work and what worked best to bring the audience to the page, to help bring people over to see the things that I was doing. And this is one of the tools that helped me the best in 2020. Having that link back, having that brand recognition in Facebook Marketplace makes a world of difference, because then people can copy and paste it in the search, or people can click on that link and go directly to your page. Again, over 100 likes from that last year, just that task alone. So the next thing that is super helpful in bringing people to your page is reviews. A lot of people like to turn off Facebook reviews because anybody can leave one. Facebook doesn't verify that they've purchased from you before they leave a review. Some people like that, some people don't. Some people will use that to their advantage and totally mess up the review algorithm, but it works to their advantage. So, when people leave a positive review on your Facebook page, that is a public comment that has been left on a page. So, if Blair left a review on my page saying how much she loved the mask that she had been getting from me, every person in her circle can see that review that has been left. So again, when someone leaves you a review, they're exposing their entire circle to you and giving you the credibility with their circle to say, this person makes amazing products. I do trust their word. I value the things that they make, and they're worth checking out. But this also shows up to all of the people who are currently on your page. This is beneficial because it takes the average of 10 times of someone seeing your product before they decide if they want to buy your product. If time number 5 to 7 is an amazing review of your product, then that's going to inspire them to buy sooner than later. If on this very page, I have a reference or a review from a Christmas ornament that was purchased. That review inspired 3 sales from it's awesome information. That review inspired 3 sales on the Etsy page of that exact ornament because somebody got to see what it would look like on their tree and not just my my nice lighting, the better. They would see exactly how it would look on their tree in a normal setting, in normal lighting, not dressed up, not tried to make to look pretty. They got to see it in normal view. So it inspired 3 more people to be able to purchase that exact same ornament off of my Etsy site just because all of it was tied together on my Facebook business page. So yes, positive reviews make a world of difference for a small business, especially for small businesses. Because if you don't leave a good review, or if you don't leave a review, I'm not going to say good because, I'm not going to beg for a good review. I want people to be honest about their reviews. I take my time, I do it right, and I make sure that it's right. And so therefore, I get honest reviews. The next thing that I want to talk about, that's going to help me transition into talking with people. One of the next best things that you can do, right? I'm sitting Indian style on my bed. My leg was like, oh girl, we got to move. My hip was like, honey, we can't keep doing this. But the next thing is talking to people and Facebook Lives. So, while we've been interacting on this post, in this live, there have been people pop in and out, and it automatically just kind of shows up in rolls if somebody picks up their phone, checks into Facebook. Hey, look, there's my smiling face. Facebook treats live videos as live interactive posts. So my live over here is going to show up before the last 30 posts about kitties and the weather and politics. It's going to show up before all of those other things because it is actually in motion right now. Things are happening with it right now. That is after you've been live for a few minutes and Facebook verifies that you're not talking about things that they don't want you to talk about and that you're not doing things that you're not supposed to be doing. Like, since 2020 and all of the insanity, they have locked down just a little bit on lives. They have made it to where it takes about 5 to 10 minutes before it starts rolling into people's news feeds. They kind of want to see what you're going to do, what you're going to talk about. And that's why one of the great things is to put in the description area what it is that you're going to talk about. Because they will have their bots check that first. They want to see what it is that you're going to be doing. And then they're like, hey, bam, we're going to put this in everybody's newsfeed who has followed this page if they get on Facebook while you were live. Wow. Okay. So the live interaction in the post, it starts popping up in people's news feeds. But these are people, sometimes it will pop into people's pages who ain't seen you in 6 months. They haven't been able, they haven't really interacted because Facebook is doing its thing. So they don't see as many of your posts. See, isn't that awesome? But they're not really seeing and getting to interact with as many of your posts because of the whole algorithm situation. So as you're live, it's sending notifications out going, hey girl, guess what? You ain't seen her in a while, but we wanted to say hey. And then you come over and we chat for a second. And since you interact with the page again, guess what? You'll get to see those things again. I think it is insane how the algorithms work these days, that one minute you are interacting with people, you are having a great time with people, and then it takes you out of somebody's feed for a day or two. And because they didn't interact with you, because Facebook took you away from them, it kind of drifts off. And you might see a post here and there. You might see 2 or 3 posts. But for the most part, in general, until you interact with them again, Facebook's like, oh, she don't like them anymore. Or he don't like them anymore. Or we're just going to take that away for a while. And what ends up happening is it will actually unlike pages for you. Crazy, right? Facebook has got to where they have started unliking pages for you. So if you own a business page and say maybe today your likes are sitting around 500, 700. We'll give an odd number, 679. Well, say next week you get on and you've lost 10 people. And your content hasn't changed. You haven't done anything different. You're not being that crazy, irritating, buy me all the time lady. Or gentleman. It is simply because Facebook took you away from interacting with these people and they haven't seen your content and Facebook thinks they don't love you no more. So Facebook decided for them that they're just going to cut you off. You need that interaction. And that's one of the things, I seen a post, and this is one thing that got me heated in talking about this conversation. Right? And that was kind of my thing. Like, I did not tell you that you could tell me who I needed to be a part of, what I needed to be a part of. Like, that's my business. But they did. They started deciding, well, you know what? You don't need to see that anymore. And it is mainly for the sole purpose of trying to force pages into advertising cost. Like, that's it. They want them to pay them money to put them back in front of the people who have already liked their page. That's it. It's that simple. That is the problem. So, crazy things we learn about Facebook, right? I'm telling you, I've been doing this for so freaking long. I got Facebook's number. Like, not legitimately, but I know what they've got going on. I know what they're doing. I started it before Facebook was even cool, and I'm doing it still after Facebook is no longer cool. Because all the kids are like, you've got Facebook, right? So, yeah. But yes, the lives are a huge, huge benefit to business. Getting that interaction back from followers that they do truly love you. They do truly care about you. And they do truly want to know what's going on in your business. But Facebook has decided for them that it is no longer your opportunity. Lives help. All right. Last little nugget for the day. And this is something that I have recently started putting into play into my own business. If you notice on my page, there's now a little shop tab up in there where all the other little cute tabs are, pictures and all that stuff. There's Facebook Shop, where they will actually place your items into Marketplace for you. So you don't have to list each of your items individually into Marketplace anymore if you don't want to. I double tap. I do both. But you can create a shop for your Facebook page and actually put your items in there and list them. And each one of those items is a link back to your page. Because something else that they don't want people to know, but I know this because I'm from the generation that built the internet. Every item, everything, every post in Facebook, everything in Facebook world has its own unique link. I'm going to let that soak in for a second. Everything in Facebook world Everything has its own unique link. You can't tap on anything in Facebook that doesn't have its own unique link. Your comments on this post, every item you post, everything has its own unique URL link. So, when you create that Facebook shop with your Facebook or with your items, what you're doing is creating more links back to your Facebook page. Those items in your shop automatically roll over into Marketplace. When those items roll over into Marketplace, each and every one is another link back that has your business name, shop, blah, 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 is the item number. And each and every one does that with its own unique item number. Each and everything has its own unique code. So you're simply linking more links back to your page. The more links that you don't directly type in. I have to make sure I word that right. Because the more links like you copy paste into groups, no. Facebook hates that. You lose points with Facebook for that. The more page links, posts, products in the shop, those types of activities, the more of those links. No. I know there's the traditional same fee like with PayPal and those types of things, but it actually will link directly to your account, whichever one you choose. You don't have to pay extra processing that way. They just process in the same way as Etsy would or PayPal. Their fees are a little different. I can grab a link to the information about fees and all that and post it in the comments when I get done. But I am really loving utilizing Facebook shops. At first, I was a little standoffish. I wasn't sure that I would enjoy another shop, because your girl's got a lot of shops. I'm working on building my website shop. I have an Etsy shop. I use Marketplace. I have a TikTok, which links back to my actual Etsy shop and my website. But I was like, do I really want to put my inventory in yet another place? So I thought about it long and hard. Looked at the fees. They were reasonable, pretty standard to everybody else's, so I wouldn't need to upcharge, make a difference in the price. And yes, I do. Because there are more benefits of having those added link backs to my page than there are potential issues from it, or than it is a burden to do it. So the benefits outweigh the negative, and I am a very pros and cons kind of girl. Does it make sense to do this? Does it not make sense to do this? Why should I do this? Like, I fully think things through, especially with my business, before I make a move, because I try to be super efficient. I don't do anything or go anywhere without a purpose. And God love them, my family, that sometimes annoys because they hate that. But the Facebook shop is very worth it. So I will post a link down below once I get off of this live with the information. I'm going to write that down. So that I can share that here also. So, that is the end of our live, guys. I covered several topics. Originally, I was just going to do 5 main things, call it done. But I got to thinking, and then there was more things that I wanted to add to that list. So we did go ahead and cover 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 different items. So we give 2 bonus tips in this video that hopefully will help you expose your business, your Facebook page, to more clients. It certainly worked for mine over the years. So, if you watch this video in the replay and you have any questions, please comment them down below. If you watch this video on YouTube, feel free to comment as well. Love to hear from fellow business owners, and 2021 is going to be the year of helping each other survive. So, till next time, guys, we'll see you later.